Morning, Jess.
Morning.
Heimir, first of all, can I just check on the fitness of all your players against us? I think Robbie Brady in particular.
Everyone is fit. Everybody will be training now. Everybody wants to play. And as a precaution, because both Josh Hoonahan and Jack Taylor were doubtful after the game, we called in Bossum Lawal, and he's with us as well. So we have 24 players on the training today, and hopefully everyone will get through that one, but fitness is good.
Talk to me a little bit about Bossum, because he's been on your radar for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, Paddy and John have been talking a lot about him, but unfortunately I haven't been able to see him play. He's been more or less injured since I started, so just good to see him and get to know the personality and see him on training session. Looks fit, even though it's been a while since he stopped playing and training. So no, it's good to have him, see him, and knowing a little bit more about the player when it comes to September selection.
What would you see as his best position? Is he a midfielder? Is he a defender, centre back?
Haven't seen him in more than the midfield position, because we used him there on the training session. Looked comfortable in that position, but I've heard he's played both full back, centre back, midfield. So let's see.
Troy Parrott had a bit of a bug, but I mean, obviously you need to see training today. But you're confident that he'd be ready to start at Dublin?
Yeah. He would have been able to play minutes in against Senegal, but and probably, if not the injury to Robbie, he would have played the last minutes. But yeah, he's fit and ready.
You mentioned that everyone wants to play, which is as it should be, but the likes of Casey McAteer, who was player of the match, scored the goal, Jack Taylor you mentioned, Will Smallbone, Ryan Manning, they'll all want to continue the progress they've made. You can't play everyone. I mean, how do you reconcile that?
No, unfortunately, FIFA rules only 11, and yeah, the purpose of this camp was also to look at new faces. So we will make some changes, even though we were really happy with the performance. We will make some changes for this game. Yeah, and hopefully everybody will have their time to shine. But of course, we would like to keep some consistency as well, and build on what we have been doing well. I think we played probably one of our best games as a team, and yeah, we don't want to miss that in the game against Luxembourg.
Do you see this as a template for the Armenia game, the first away game of the World Cup campaign?
Yeah, but it's similar. This camp now is similar to the one we will do in September, meaning we're playing the higher ranked team first at home, and then the lower ranked team away a few days later. And just the preparation, both mentally and physically, is important for us to prepare for September. Like every one of you know, this World Cup campaign comes and goes really quickly, so we need to have everything spot on once it comes to September, and that's I think it's a good preparation for us.
We talk a lot about momentum, and you seem to have a bit of that now. How important is it to continue that run and to not get beaten tomorrow?
It's always important to win. For every team, it's always important to win, and just to get that winning feeling and make it a habit to do everything correct to win the matches. Yeah, it's for all of us important to win the game tomorrow. Even though we would say in a friendly, I would pick performance above winning. If we have a good performance, if we continue to improve in what we are doing, even though we are unlucky and will lose the game, I would probably take that more than a win if we are continuing to develop the team. It was the wrong way of saying it. Don't make that a headline.
Have you looked back at the previous games against Luxembourg, and maybe in particular the defeat in Dublin seemed to have a huge kind of psychological effect on the players and on the nation even?
Well, first of all, I don't look at Luxembourg like this. They have just shown in the past how quickly they have developed as a football team. I've had the same coach for a long time, really consistent in team selection, So it's more like playing a club team. Their knowledge of the game and with each other is really at a high level. And I watched the Sweden game when they played here. They beat Sweden 1-0. Could have scored more goals against Sweden. I know a little bit about them, and the strength of Sweden. So no, I wouldn't look at it as a shock to the nation if we would not get good results here. It's that good team that a win here would be really good for us at this stage. So I hope nobody is taking them lightly, if that's the correct word to say.
Nathan, if I can ask you though, do you remember that time, the defeat at home, and we eventually came away with a 3-0 win here, but it was a struggle at times, wasn't it?
I don't think I was in camp for the home one.
You weren't at the home one?
No, for the away one I was, yeah. But it's just football, isn't it? Football changes, people change, managers change, teams change. I don't think you can reflect on that and look at that as if how that works on us now. I think we're trying to build something ourselves now. We have a fresh manager, we have a lot of fresh new faces. So it's a fresh game, it's a new game of football, and we can only go put our stamp on it and try win a game of football.
And can you measure the progress of the group?
Yeah, 100%. I think a lot of people said I think Senegal was a really big step. I think everyone's seen we felt comfortable in the game, we looked comfortable as well within our shape. I think everybody knew their role to a very high degree of it, and you could see it showed on the pitch, and it's just about growing that, it's about pushing that again, it's about just keep getting better, and we're fortunate now we're building a squad where players are challenging other players, so you have to be at your best.
And are you feeling the World Cup qualifiers coming around? I mean, are you having conversations in camp about how close it is now?
Slightly, but again, we have Luxembourg tomorrow, and that's preparation for it. So that's the main thing at the moment, but that will come around quickly, the World Cup qualifiers, but we just want to put in another good result, gain more momentum, and just keep trying to get better as a team.
David Spellman, please.
Everything you've done since you came in has been geared towards the World Cup qualification campaign. This is the last game of that. How much does the excitement you helped to create with Iceland all those years ago spur you on to test it again with Ireland?
Compared, I don't think I got it, but can you repeat the last?
Are you excited to repeat? Are you looking forward to trying to repeat that excitement that you created with Iceland?
Yeah, I think it comes automatically. I think the players feel that we are growing as a unit. It becomes because we are repeating the same things again and again, and probably it's boring for the players to listen to the same things and the same meetings about the same things, slight improvements. But I think everybody sees it's working. And I've said before, basics first before details. But I think we're getting the basics pretty good at this stage. And the excitement comes with that. We feel that we are growing. We can play good teams like Senegal and look comfortable, like Colo said. And that's now one step taken. And hopefully we can have the same performance against Luxembourg. So it shouldn't be up and down performances. We should be consistent in what we are doing. That's the main thing. If you want to qualify, you need to get performances every game and play similar way every game and develop that style of play.
And one of the areas in the squad where you have strength is in your strikers. Is it difficult to find the balance between them, or is it just good to have options of different players in those positions?
The strikers,
yeah,
they are different. It's different kind of strikers. There's good hold-up players, linking players. There's good players going in behind. So it depends on what game we are going to play. What strikers will probably fit the game. But it's really good to have the competition and a healthy competition up front, like I would say in most positions. And that is one of the reasons we did this camp and left out some key players, is to have new faces, to kind of give them a chance to show what they can do. So yeah, just to increase the depth in the squad.
Connor?
Hi, Heimir. Just on Boston Wall, was it a big decision mainly Paddy and John, to get him involved with this camp, to get him really embedded into the squad after not really playing last season, and maybe next season we'll be kicking on and having him embedded for come September if he's flying fit and playing every week?
Yeah, I think their view is from the under 21s. They were coaching under 21s one day with Bossum, so they would know him as a person, as a player from then. And they had him last summer, I think, in this camp last summer. And one of the Irish players that could potentially become a first team national player, and it's good to have this opportunity to call him in. We were lucky that he was in Dublin when we had these 2 injury scares. So next morning he was there, and that shows his dedication just to say yes and come.
We'll move into the embargo section now, so everything from this point onwards is